Hi, everybody. I'm Chad Shumaker, and I'm here today with Nicole Sankey, who is a special education teacher at Claymont High School in Yorksville. Hi, Nicole. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
I'm very glad that you could come along with us today and give us a chance to talk to you about Mr. Howell and his program. Now, you've been with Claymont for quite a while, correct? Okay. And how long have you known Mr. Howell?
I believe it was about 10 years ago, but I think this is our 11th year together.
Okay. And you've had the opportunity to do this program with him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the first time you heard about this fellow who was going to come in and do essentially a music class with special needs kids, what was your take on that? I mean, what did you think about that in general?
I was really excited about it. You know, any opportunity that we can find for the students is wonderful, and I was excited. I didn't really know what was going to go down or what it would be like, but definitely excited for the opportunity for the kids.
Now, had you seen anything that he had done with students before?
I had not.
Oh, you had not. So this was a totally new experience.
Yes.
Okay. Taking this from the perspective of somebody who, if you were to describe this whole program to an outsider, to somebody who had never seen and heard of it, anything like that, what would you tell them?
Oh, well, it's an opportunity. I teach a class that has students who do have some special needs. So it's an opportunity for those students to come into a room and sit essentially in a semi-drum circle and you know, learn how to play the drums and a few other instruments and listen to some popular music that they enjoy and have a good time and learn some new things.
Now, between you and Mr. Howell, was there an initial discussion on music? Or, I mean, since he was a music teacher after all, did he approach you? Was this something that you had been told about? I mean, how did you find out about it in particular?
Well, Jim had been doing the program at the junior high the year before, and then he came out to the high school the following year, so that's when we started. You know, we took it off from there.
What was it like sitting down with the kids that first time to do this? I mean, was there any hesitation? I mean, you said you were excited, but how did you feel about it? I mean, there had to be almost a sense of, oh my gosh, how's this going to go together?
Right.
You know, what was it like that first time, the first class session you sat in?
Well, I was lucky in the aspect that, like I said, the kids came over from 8th grade, so they had played the year before. So, you know, when I went in and they played a couple songs that they already knew, I got to see.
So you were like the student the first time?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
How did you, I mean, were you comfortable? I mean, did you participate too? Did you join in?
Well, you know, it takes a little bit of time. Just, I think you're a little bit nervous, or, you know, I thought that I was coordinated or, you know, a little musically inclined, I guess, but okay. I wasn't really sure, but, you know, Jim does an excellent job of explaining the beats, and, you know, we practice together and get everybody started together, and, you know, so it's a real, you know, just a smooth process.
Now, that first year, were there any students that you had that hadn't been through the program yet with Jim? I mean, I think every kid, I think, has, I'm sure there were some that just jumped right in, but was there like hesitation? I mean, what was your perception of how the students felt about sitting in?
You know, there were some students that were just gung-ho from the very beginning, and they were ready to rock out, and then there were the other ones that, you know, might not have wanted to play right away or were kind of hesitant. You know, we've had some students who, even during the times that we get together, they might not play a whole lot, but they participate in some way, you know, that they're listening, or, you know, whether they're just playing every once in a while, or, but, you know, it just depends on the kid and how much they are into it that day.
Yeah. Do you think that music has an overall effect on the special needs kids that are in the group? I mean, we often pair music and emotion. And do you think that there was an emotional connection there with the kids and the music?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think most of my students have, you know, have enjoyed music. I enjoy music and use it in the classroom as well. So yeah, I think it's something that they relate to, something that they like. Yeah.
Now, when he first brought up about having a concert that first time, and you had never experienced the program before.
Mm-hmm.
Any feelings there about, thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to take this? I mean, doing it for a group, just doing it within the group is one thing, but I mean, putting that into a larger, with an audience,
Mm-hmm.
was there, I mean, there had to be some nerves there a little bit.
Yeah, there were definitely some nerves.
Okay.
You play in the class, and they're having a good time, and
Mm-hmm.
like I said, just depending on the day, how much they're involved, and I was excited for them to have the concert, but I was also kind of like, we don't want to make a mistake, or we've got to make sure we've got this down, and then after we did our first concert, I realized that, things just naturally kind of fell into place, and
Sure.
how it went down is how it went down, and every time it's been a good time.
Feedback from parents.
Oh, the parents love it. You've got parents that are really excited to be there. Some of those parents might not have gotten the opportunity to go see their child perform in something before, so this was a new opportunity, and parents seem to really, really enjoy it, and you can see the pride on their faces and the smiles and sometimes the tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how about with your students afterwards? What was their reaction to see? Like, I did it. I got up and I performed. I mean, did you have any students, come and tell you, or did you see us? Or I mean, there's always that feeling. I can remember being a teacher myself of having kids after they do something that is something important like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sense of pride about it. I mean, what did you see with kids?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
When the concert's over and you get the claps and the standing ovations, and they stand up and take their bow, they're very proud of themselves and what they've just accomplished. Come out to the crowd and hug other people, and have a really good time. Some do a little hooting and hollering at the end of it. So.
Now I've been told that there have been some, I guess, regular ed students, class leaders, Sigma Tri, is that what they're called, that have come in and helped. What did those kids get to do? I mean, how did they participate
Mm-hmm.
with the special needs kids?
Mm-hmm. Well, Sigma Tri is a class that it's an elective, and years ago we just started meeting like once a week with a couple other teachers
Mm-hmm.
in an English class, and pairing students at the time that had maybe on the gifted side, and then we had students with the special needs, and now it's just it's an inclusive classroom where we work on volunteerism and learning about disabilities, and just trying to be a good person and be kind and just accept people for who they are.
Yeah.
So that we paired that then with the drums, and Sigma Tri got involved and actually helped plan, I think it was that first year, our drum concert, and did the invitations, and they came down from their study halls, and actually it was just supposed to be them coming down from study halls to watch the concert, but when it was all said and done, we had quite a crowd in there for everybody.
Right?
So it's just an opportunity for that inclusivity.
Right. Now, if you were to talk to somebody, say, from a different district, somebody from a different part of the country, even with everything going on now in the world with, we're doing a lot of communications through Zoom. If you had the opportunity to talk about this to other people, well, have you had the opportunity to tell other people what you participate in, and what do you tell them, or what would you tell them?
Yeah, I've actually had some friends and family that have come down at different times to watch different concerts as well. Jim and I actually went to Ocala when he presented there not too long ago, and got to talk to a few people there, like, hey, my friend Jim's doing this presentation over here, you got to go try it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's a great opportunity for any kid that's going to get the opportunity, that can that gets the opportunity to play.
Sure. What would you tell any other administrators, school board members, the general public, if you could have a minute or two about this program? What would you tell them? What is your most important statement about this program? What would you tell the world about this one?
I would say, like I said, the kids get so much out of it. They love it. They enjoy the music. They enjoy playing. It's great to see from their freshman year and then their senior year the progression and the things that they couldn't do in the beginning that they can do later, and then them relating some of those skills just to their everyday life. It's amazing how many things it can touch in those students' lives. So if anyone could bring this to their school system or to you know, whatever group activities they might have going on, if they could bring it to more kids, it would be amazing. I know sometimes with scheduling and timing, you know, they might be concerned, but even if you can just, you know, do a little bit of time each week, it's amazing.
Now, it's something I'm going to go back to something you mentioned there that I hadn't even thought of, and that is because when I worked with Jim, I was at the middle school level. We see kids for 2 years, you know, now 3 with 6th, 7th, and 8th. But in the high school, I mean, do you really see progress with the coordination and that kind of thing? That really is a thing. Yeah. You see them improve, just like for lack of a better phrase, a regular classroom student who would participate in, say, band or something like that. The kids do get better with time. Oh,
definitely, yeah. I've even had students who, like I said, some are up there playing right away and dancing along the whole time, and then other ones who are a little hesitant. You know, some that may just come in and only would be able to hang out for a certain period of time. I've had other students who've come in and worn their noise-canceling headphones to help them participate as well.
Okay.
I had a student, Nick, who, you know, he was there with us in class, and we would try to do a little hand over hand or hand under with him to play. And he would play every once in a while, but not a whole lot. But he always enjoyed the music. He was always, you know, singing along with it and moving. And by the time, and we were like, well, he'll play what he wants to play. And then his senior year, his very last concert, when the music started, he played every single song with all of the choreography, and every single beat was in place. So that whole time, we were like, well, you know, and then he was able to show us, you know, hey, I've been paying attention the whole time, and I've got it, and I'm going to go ahead and perform today.
Right. I was going to say, he was able to actually sit back and go, you know what? I got more out of this than you think.
Yeah, definitely.
That's fantastic. Last question for you today, Nicole. The importance of music. Can you reinforce it?
Oh, I think we all have to, you know, especially in these times. Just that positive energy, bringing that positive energy, and and songs that, you know, relate to with your life and understand that other people go through the same things as you do. And yes, it touches the kids in amazing ways. It touches all of us in amazing ways. So I'd say music any way you can.
Did you ever talk to the kids about some of the songs that they listen to?
Oh, they tell us the songs that they want to hear. Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
So there's things that have meaning. I mean, for the older kids, there's things that have meaning to them that they maybe want to share. I never even considered that before.
Yep. They usually all get to have some kind of pick, and we try them out. Some of them we can do, and some of them, you know, we just get to listen to. But they all get a chance to express their opinions and give their little requests as well.
That's fantastic. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us here today. Glad you were able to stop by and share a little bit about the high school edition of Mr. Howell's program. Folks, thank you so much for joining us on this one today as well. And we hope you're learning with us as you go and you're gaining interest in Mr. Howell's special needs program. Thank you.